Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna. For those of you who are new here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. In today's video, I wanted to do a question that I think is important to ask yourself if you are starting a new hobby or creative activity, and if that is of interest to you, please stay tuned. So I'm thinking this is going to be a chatty video, but I didn't want to just talk to you and you guys see nothing. So I will be finishing up a picture in here because where it stemmed from is from my current coloring obsession. Sorry, I'm stumbling over words because I'm trying to think and talk at the same time. Never a skill for me. And so I'll be talking about some things while I'm doing some things. I did pull out some colors from my Prismacolor set, and I do warehouse them in here. If you're interested, I'll link that haul video below where I've shown you what's all in here. But I did work on this, and I have been working on this. Oh, I didn't write down when I started this. Oh no. Well, it definitely was sometime this month, because I like writing down when I start and finish something because it just makes me feel accomplished. So I'll definitely need to figure out when that was. But I do have a few more things to fill on here, and I thought, well, it'll give me something to do as we talk about this. So hopefully I can master coloring as well as talking. But the one question I think is important to ask yourself if you're starting a new creative hobby or endeavor is, are you more focused on the outcome or are you more focused on the process? Now, the reason why that question was important to me is because I don't know how I fell down the rabbit hole of ColorTube, which is basically just a genre here on YouTube. And so if you start watching videos of a certain genre, eventually YouTube is going to continue to recommend videos in that genre. So it's like Planner Community, ColorTube, BookTube, StudyTube. It's nothing official, but it's just how I think a lot of them view themselves. And so I was watching a few videos, and in the beginning, it was no big deal at some of the things that they would say. But then it started to annoy me, and I couldn't figure out why it was. And then within a span of an hour on a particular day, and this happened about a week or so ago, I watched a video from someone that I regularly watch, and she had made comments like, you want to level up your skill or get better at what you're doing. And then within an hour of that video, I had seen another lady's video where she was like, just because you think you're done with your picture doesn't mean you're done. You can always do it better, or you can always improve. And both of those really annoyed me. Now, let me be very clear. It annoyed me personally, but they were tutorial type videos. So they were there to teach, the people who are watching some new skill or something to improve their process. But it still just, it annoyed me, and I didn't realize why. And then in that second video that I just mentioned, someone had put the comment that, it's great if what you want is for this to be considered an art piece. Or if you're trying to be more artistic in your endeavor, and so that your outcome is more artistic just inherently. Again, it's really hard to talk and do stuff. I hope this is making sense so far. But then that person continued to say, but for me, I use coloring as a method to relax. And that's where the light bulb hit for me. Because while the outcome I would like to be nice, I need the process to be relaxing. And so if we're looking at this picture, you could assume that based on this one here, that the light is kind of behind her and she's under the shade of the tree, just by the darkness here and the lightness there. And so I've tried to do that, but then more just so that my picture looks kind of like this, and less about that I'm concerned about lighting, because I'm not. And I am definitely more of a process person than I am of an outcome person. And it's a little funny that that was such an epiphany to me, because in my journaling aspect here on YouTube and just in general, that's the part that I prefer. I prefer the process of. It's not so much what I end up with, although I think this is really pretty, but it really is more about, did I have fun while I was doing it? And if you are starting a new activity, new creative activity, if you've fallen down the rabbit hole that is ColorTube or planner community or bullet journal community, and you are feeling a little out of sorts by what you're hearing, then maybe ask yourself that question. Because I find that once I understood that while I was watching the videos by choice, let's be very clear, I chose to watch those videos, that I wasn't there for the reason that probably most people were there for, or that the content creator created it for. I wasn't there to learn a new skill. If I can pick up some things every once and again, great. But I don't care where the light comes from. I don't care about shading. If it's something that I can learn to do over time just based on what I've been doing, great. But I'm not trying to learn a new skill. I'm just trying to relax my mind, and have a little bit of fun. And so I've been wanting to talk about that just because it was so perplexing to me. I mean, why did those videos annoy me? I mean, I knew they were tutorial videos. It said it. But I think what's important, and I hope you're getting from this video, is that you can watch a video and just enjoy the personality of the person who's talking. Or you can watch a video and glean some tips that might be useful to you or you think might be fun to try, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do it. I don't know if any of that makes sense. So I'm just adding additional color here. And I think he looks good. Maybe I'll do a light color on her shoes. I just realized I missed an apple. I will have to go back, but I need to pull the colors out. But I'm hoping that this video was helpful. And again, it actually can span the gamut of creative projects. And so once you understand where your perspective is coming from, because I do want an outcome that is good, but it isn't the focus. In my professional life, I'm actually the opposite. The outcome is what's important to me. And so my processes help me get to that in the most efficient way. In my creative side, I prefer the process of it. And if the outcome is great, awesome. If it's a hot mess, well, it's probably been funny. So I'm just hoping that this video helps. I'm not sure how I feel about that guy right there. He definitely has more orange in the picture. And so I might need to get back into that. Well, actually, so does this guy, but I'm happy how he looks. I'm just not, I think he fades away in there. So maybe I will pull out some more color and give him a little bit more distinction. But otherwise, between this guy and that fruit, this picture is done. I really love this coloring book, and I will be doing more in it. And Honestly, I like that there's a picture here. Now, if I don't get exactly that, am I going to stress? No. But it does give me sort of a baseline of what this could look like. Let me know in the comments below if any of this made sense to you. And as always, aloha.